So I was just wanting to play some video games, but I can't because I got an email from this trashy place that I live, this dog piss of a place that I live. This place sucks so bad. They have started an insurance program. So now they're sending out emails. For one, I haven't actually had a lease in at this place for for 2 years. I had a lease a couple years ago when I first moved into this place. They never asked me if I wanted to sign a lease, but I mean, they don't have to. They don't have to ask you if you want to sign a new lease, blah, blah, blah. If they write it in, as long as they write it into the lease itself, that once your lease is expired, if you don't move and you stay, then they can roll you over month to month. So I haven't gone through my lease to pick through to find out if it says that in there. I would assume since they did it automatically, it probably is that way. But since I've been living here, they've done everything they can to try to charge us more money for everything. This being one of them. They're talking about if you don't get liability insurance on your own with a minimum coverage of $100,000. So basically, you got to spend, I think $100,000 coverage is like $20 some a month, because it's like $16 for $50,000 in coverage. Or it's actually probably not that cheap. $100,000 in coverage is probably expensive. So what they're trying to do is they're saying, well, if you don't go out and buy your own liability insurance for your apartment, we're going to charge you $10 a month. We're going to add $10 a month to your rent. To me, this should be illegal. It should be illegal. They shouldn't be able to go and talk to some insurance companies. This should be illegal. Because the reason why I say it should be illegal is because what's stopping them from, once they get all of this, going around and causing all kinds of problems? What's stopping them? Well, then their insurance is going to be higher. No, if you think that they're going to end up being the ones paying for any insurance issues that happen, you're smoking crack. No, the insurance is going to come back at the tenant every time. Because this place, it'll be this place's word against your word as a tenant. And if this place says, well, they're over here damaging, so you want to push the cost onto somebody, push it onto them, because they're the ones that damage it. And I've already looked up the statistics. I've been sitting here arguing with this thing because I gave it my 2 documents. It was sent, and they're basically saying, yeah, that's legal. They can do that. You basically don't have any rights. So I wanted to go at it for that. And they're, oh no, well, they can't do whatever they want. And then they literally go into talking about how these companies are being able to do whatever they want. And then I go through this. And it's like, well, I could hear you're frustrated. I don't give a fuck about my frustration. I want you to explain to me how it's legal for companies like this to keep doing things like this, and it's not looked at as bad. Well, tenants are they're just known to tenants and tenants. It constantly wanted to go back to blaming tenants. So I'm like, okay, give me statistics. I want statistics. You're saying tenants are to blame for all of this. These tenants are why. Tenants and tenants and tenants. And then when it does give me statistics, 90% of the statistics are not renter based. It's not the fault of the renter that these things happen. I got to get down here because I'm putting together stuff to go at this company, and I'm going to get these rules changed. We need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this hurting people in the housing market because we just don't have the trust in the tenants and then stop renting to the people. You're the ones that aren't looking at their renter record. Well, we do look at it, but they don't calculate everything. They don't put everything. Then maybe you should do that. Maybe you should go in and ask them what they were like in their old places. Maybe you should actually sit and talk to these people and actually put them to the test of what kind of renter they are. Because I can guarantee you that 90% of these people you put into these places don't belong in the renter market. They don't belong in the housing market at all. But you all leave them there. They cause problems. They make these fucking statistics so ridiculous that they don't actually make sense. How can you tell me that one of the biggest causes of insurance claims is water damage? Well, overflowed bathtubs. Yeah, because I'm sure that 70% of all renters are overflowing their fucking bathtubs. Literally all of this, 90% of this. This is the only one that is renter controlled. That is the only one fucking renter controlled. Fire damage. And even then, if these fucking places actually hired electricians to do the electrical work, if they actually hired electricians to do the appliance work, if they actually hired people with skills and expertise to do these jobs, then the wiring wouldn't be fucked. Because I could if I took my camera in there, I could show you all the janky fucking 5812 investment group electrical work that they've done. All the fucking electrical work they've done in this place. They've hired their own people to do this stuff. They don't hire experts. They don't hire people with fucking skills, with actual fucking paperwork to do this stuff. No, they send some dude from the neighborhood who's been working for this company as a maintenance worker for like 4 months, who somehow has fucking 50 years worth of electrical experience. Because there's one employee of this entire place. One. He's an old white guy with a beard way down. He's the only person that I've found sounds like they actually have intelligence in their head. There was another guy, but I think he quit. I think he quit and he went somewhere else because I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in a while. And it's not like 2-week vacation thing because it's been like a couple months since I've seen the guy. So I think he got tired of the bullshit that goes on in this place and he fucking quit and went somewhere else. And I haven't even seen him walking around the place. So I think he got so fucking fed up with this place that he not only quit his job, but he moved. Because while he was probably getting his apartment for free, he would much rather go and spend money on an apartment somewhere else than to work and spend money here. And it's not just the maintenance staff. It's the office staff. You know, they've turned over 3 times since I've lived here. Since I moved in, they've turned over 3 times. None of the original people that worked here when I first moved in still work here. Again, that tells you what kind of place this is. Do not move here. If I could move away from here, I would. I would wholeheartedly move away from here. And I would make sure that this place got no more tenants. I would make sure that all of their business is hurt here until they raise the ground and rebuild this whole entire fucking place. The entire complex needs rebuilt. The entire complex needs rebuilt. The doors are janky, the windows are janky, the buildings themselves are janky. They're putting band-aids on all these gunshot wounds. They worry more about the landscaping and it looking pretty on the grounds than they do about anything inside the apartments. They make sure that the outside of the building doesn't look dilapidated, but when it comes to the inside of the apartments, they don't care. It would surprise me if they had a show unit. It would surprise me. This is the kind of place that if they don't stay max capacity, they're losing. Which is why they tack on so many fees. They don't have in-unit laundry. They have on-site pay laundry, coin laundry. Well, it's not coin anymore. No, it's basically coin laundry. Just because you moved it digitally doesn't mean it's not coin laundry. It is wholeheartedly coin laundry. You just moved it into the digital realm to where you basically cut off anybody who only deals in cash. So now the people who only deal in cash have to find somewhere else to go do their laundry, or they have to wait till the leasing office is open and not closed at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon when most people are at work and can't actually go and put money on their books so that they can do laundry. These places are a scam. If they're owned by a private equity company, they are slumlord run. They're run by slumlords. I don't give a damn if you're paying $5,000 a month for your apartment. Your place is being run by a slumlord. Guarantee you're getting about 30% of what you're actually paying for. About 30% of the money you're spending on your apartment and where you're living, your renter, keeping your renter status, I'd say about 30% of that probably goes into you as a renter. Making sure that repairs are taken care of, maintenance, making sure everything is quality as they charge you for. I can guarantee you, nobody is getting all of the money they put into their apartment back as a service on their apartment. If you're renting, you're being screwed. Every which way possible. You're being screwed. Everyone who is a private equity company they're all slumlords. And if you're a private entity, if you're like an individual person with this small little group of employees and you're doing it yourself and you're running your businesses like that, if you're profit maximizing, you're a slumlord. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but you're a slumlord. Joe Bob, the Dan Clendenons. If you're not putting the money you're being given back into the place and you're more or less pocketing it, well, I got to pay myself. If that's your business model, then you're a slumlord. You are a slumlord. If you're trying to enact an insurance through your own company and trying to force people to buy into, again, why are we having to buy into insurances? If I'm not purposely destroying my apartment, then why do I need insurance? Insurance is in case something happens out of my control. Why is it that we're being told, even though you control that, you have to have insurance on that? We don't trust you. You need insurance. Again, why is it that I don't trust any of you? All of us don't trust any of you, but yet we're not able to tell you to put things into place. Why is it that you don't trust us and we're required to put all this stuff into place? You make laws for us to put this stuff into place, but when we don't trust you, it's a whole different conversation. You don't want to hear about it. You don't want to have a conversation. When when the trust is broken the opposite direction, you don't want to have that conversation. And to me, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, and it needs to stop. It needs to fucking stop. Because if this break, I don't care if America is attacked. Because I would tell all the hardworking American citizens to just go the opposite direction of where we're being attacked and let the politicians take care of it. Let the local officials, they got it all. They constantly, every day, tell us, oh, we know what we're doing. We got this. We got this. We know what we're doing. Okay, you got this? Go ahead and defend the country then. If you got this, go ahead. You get to be the ones to defend the country. You get to be the ones to stave off. Like, you get to actually stave off the incursion, because now all the American soldiers, we're gonna stand the fuck down. We're standing down, and we're gonna move in the opposite direction of where the danger's coming from, because that's what you all have been doing. You have literally been moving in the opposite fucking direction of all the danger. All the directions the danger's coming from, and you're pushing us into the fucking danger. No, it's high time that it changes. All that fucking changes. You want to constantly push us into the danger? No, guess what? We are the many, you are the few, we are legion. Get pushed the fuck out. Get pushed right into the fucking gunfire. Because I'm tired of the massive group of people being the ones that gets to take all the bullets. We're the ones being shot down, while you all hide in your little gated communities talking about fuck ICE, when you have no connection to the problems that illegal immigration touches. Which brings me into my next fucking point. All you retarded ass, fucking old ass, idiot ass fucking people got your little cross drawn on your forehead downtown, protesting ICE in front of the immigration building. Guess what? Us on the bus, we laugh at you. We sit and we laugh and we point at you. Why? Because you're all fucking retarded. You're all from Upper Arlington. You're all from these rich neighborhoods talking about ICE is bad. They're bad. They're hurting the communities. No, they're not. They're actually helping the communities that fucking need the fucking help. And they're hurting your community because now you don't have your gardener. Now you don't have your landscaper. Now you don't have your cook, your fucking maid, your fucking, your slave that you're able to direct around your home. Now that's why you're mad. You're mad because you don't have your slaves in your home. Has nothing to do with people's fucking rights. Free my people. Dude, you're fucking white. I saw your sign. You're fucking white. You're white wearing Indiana University alma mater scarf with a fucking cross on your forehead of soot. You're all fucking rich fucking white people. You don't know anything about struggle. Well, I come from a family who survived the Holocaust. But you didn't. You didn't survive the Holocaust. The people who actually had a backbone in your fucking family survived the Holocaust. If that's even fucking real anymore. To be honest, I'm starting to question all of this bullshit. All of fucking history. I'm starting to fucking question if it actually happened as these fucking people are telling us it's happened. Because it's awfully weird how the same people who were like best friends and fucking confidants of the most prolific sex criminal in world history, they're the ones that created all this. They created our education system. They created psychology. They created all of this shit. So how much of it is actually true? Like, really, how much of this, of any of our fucking history, is actually fucking true? And it's not a bunch of fucking propaganda. Because I'm starting to feel like our entire fucking history is propaganda. It's straight up propaganda. Like, we think the Chinese are bad with their propaganda. No, I'm at the point where I'm starting to believe America is the worst form of propaganda in all of the cosmos. All of it. I'm starting to think that we have been the most successful experiment of MK Ultra propaganda the world has ever seen. I'm truly starting to think that. Our history is a lie. Our fucking It's starting to make me believe that our fucking founding fathers were a fucking lie. I'm starting to believe even our founding fathers are some fake story written by a powerful fucking person as a way to create this false sense of patriotism. I'm starting to think that. With everything that I fucking see, how I see this country running, how the housing market is fucking flip-flop, upside down tits to the sky. Like, this shit is fucked. This shit is absolutely fucked. And I'm starting to believe that it's all a fucking lie. Our history's a lie. Our fucking system's a lie. It's all a fucking lie. I'm starting to think that we are not even really the United States of America. I'm starting to think we're actually another country with a fucking mask on, with this mask of the red, white, and blue stripes and stars. I'm starting to think that. With what I see every fucking day, how I see things unfolding every fucking day, I'm starting to think that this entire fucking country is a fucking lie. I'm starting to think it's all a fucking lie. And that goes the same with religion, too. I'm starting to think that that's all a bullshit-ass lie, too. Meant to fucking get people to give up their own way of thinking. Because it's awfully weird and ironic how we have these separation of church and state laws, but then it turns around to we have like literally every fucking politician on fucking earth, Jesus, God, Catholicism, Christianity, Judaism, Zionism, Islam. It's always a fucking some religion. It's always pointing to some weird fucking religion. And it's irritating. It's infuriating. That's why I'm being led to believe that there is no separation of church and state. It is actually all one entity claiming they're separate while lobbying for the exact same things for each other. We've not ever once separated fucking religion from politics, ever. And you can basically go, every one of our talk show hosts' talking points, you can go and flip all the fucking words they say, turn everything that's political centric into religious centric, and it'll fit the entire conversation. Everything will fit the exact same way, which is what tells me that politics and religion are the same fucking thing. They're just masked to look different. They're not. They're the exact same thing. Which is why it's constantly religion's being pulled into politics, politics being pulled into religion, each other are fucking each other, producing retard babies. I'm convinced that this is all a fucking lie. Every fucking bit of it is a fucking lie. And yes, I just changed my category because I intended to play Warframe. I don't intend to get in and fucking be irritated and pissed off and fucking talking about shit that shouldn't be a thing. This kind of shit shouldn't be a fucking thing. And yes, even though I am so fucking irritated and pissed off and ready to fucking burn the fucking world to cinders, I still had the respect to redact out information. And I redacted this because this isn't my information. This is my address, but this isn't my name. Because I had to do some fuckery to be able to move into this fucking apartment. This ghetto fucking hood ass fucking apartment. Super fucking ghetto ass apartment complex. Requires you to have a 600 credit score, the equivalent credit score to buy a fucking house. They need you to have that to move into a super ghetto ass fucking apartment complex. But I'm seeing fucking literally non-English speaking foreigners coming straight off the fucking streets and ending up in apartments. No English, How the fuck you have a license because you can't read English? Because they don't, I mean, the BMV shouldn't be offering multilingual tests. It should be fucking English. An English fucking test. That's it. So how we have all these fucking foreigners, like 1% of this fucking entire complex speaks English. 1% of it. And I think it's me and my neighbor. And even then, she speaks like 6 languages. To me, that's kind of overkill. Why do you need to speak 6 languages? Speak one. Speak the fucking one you of your country. That's it. You don't need to speak 7 languages when you're not going to be communicating with anybody in those languages. It's just taking up space in your noggin for no reason. So speaking a ton of language, cool. To me, has no value. Has zero value. You won't be speaking all of those languages to even a percent of people in your lifetime. So learning, stuffing all that information up in your head, to me, it's pointless. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's the way I see it. She wants to speak 6 languages. Kudos to you. That's a lot of patience that I will never fucking give myself. No, I will not learn Spanish because I'm not in Mexico. I'm not in Spain. I'm not in Portugal. I'm not in fucking any fucking country that speaks some Spanish equivalent. No, I'm in the United States of America. Our primary language is English. And if you want to question that, I've already fucking asked that question too. But I'm pretty sure I asked Google, what was the primary language of America when it was founded? It's going to say there's no actual language that's been established as our language, but English, American English has been our language since the fucking beginning. Since the beginning of this country. It has never been Spanish. It's never been Italian. It's never been even British English. It's been fucking American English. Since the fucking beginning. So anybody that wants to... English wasn't even our first language. No, it fucking was. America was founded in 1776. English was the primary dominant language of the 13 colonies. So, you won't ever be able to get any of these fucking other languages entered as number 1 in America. Too bad, so sad. English number 1. English number 1. Go home. You want to speak another fucking language here? Then go home to speak it. Get the fuck out of here. English is our primary fucking language. And Donald Trump went and established that, and I will give him fucking kudos to that. Established fucking English is our number 1 de facto fucking language. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't read English. You can't drive cars. You can't buy homes. You can't get anything. Too bad, so sad. Go learn English, and then you could get some introduction to our fucking society. And the reason this is relevant is because it goes back to these motherfuckers. It goes back to these fucking people because none of these fucking people speak English. None of them. None. The maintenance workers speak English. That's it. The people, this person, if I uncovered this name, you'd be like, oh yeah, definitely doesn't speak English. I've heard them speak. I've heard all of them speak. And they all have fucking terrible English. Shit, the fucking people they hire to do everything around here. Fucking non-English speakers. None of them, not a one of them, speaks a fucking lick of English. So you can't expect me to believe that these people follow fucking renter's law when they can't speak English. You mean to tell me that they took the entire law of landlords and renters, translated it into their language, read through it, and understood it? I call bullshit. I call fucking bullshit. Again, this is the shit that 90% of us have to fucking deal with. This is the shit that 90% of us have to deal with it. And the 10% are broken down between these fucking white collar people I'm not talking about the working class, because unfortunately, the working class, y'all are welcome to the poverty class now. The working class is not the working class anymore. The working class is the new poverty class. The new working class is what once was those upper middle class people. They are now the working class. They are the blue collar worker. Which is why it's all of our country is rewriting itself for their accommodation as the new working class. Like if you work for a construction company, guess what? You're in poverty now. You make $100,000 a year, you don't make $1 million. So you're in poverty now. Welcome to poverty. Just because you make $100,000 a year doesn't mean anything now. You are now in poverty. If you make less than, I'd say, $500,000 a year, you are now the new poverty class. The rest of us, oh yeah, we're fucking fucked. We are ass up fucked. There is fucking no hope for us. There's fucking no hope. If this is the kind of shit that's allowed to happen, how much does it cost for at least $100K in renter's insurance? That's going to be like $10,000. $11 is going to be about $10,000 worth of coverage. So you're going to be spending somewhere close to $50 to $100 a month for $100,000 of liability insurance. Again, this new insurance scam. This is the fucking country we're living in. Scamming its people with insurance. And State Farm is a dog shit fucking company. All of these insurance companies are dog shit companies. Every fucking one of them. They know they're selling lies. But they keep lobbying fucking the government to make sure that they keep their control over all the lies. Again, these people are what's perpetuating every fucking thing that you need insurance for. The insurance companies are perpetuating all the shit you need insurance for. So again, you're going to be spending close to, I'd say, between $47 and $100 for $100,000 in liability coverage, because they're not calculating this based on the neighborhood. So if I threw in my neighborhood and say, how much would it be for this neighborhood? It's probably going to be closer to $47 or $50 for $100,000 of liability insurance. Even though not a one of these fucking apartments is worth $100,000. Maybe this entire complex is worth $100,000, but not any one of these individual single units are worth $100,000. And that's what they're saying. They're saying each one of these individual units are worth a single family home. That should be illegal. That should be illegal. Because I've talked to an insurer about what a place like this should cost, what coverage you should get. And they told me, if you're going above $50,000 on renting a one-bedroom apartment in a not-so-savory neighborhood, yeah, you're paying way too much for that insurance, because it's going to cost you more than anything is worth. Paying for $50,000 in insurance coverage for an apartment is not economical. You are throwing money out the window. And for them to require us to insure the entire complex worth of insurance with each unit, that should be fucking illegal. It should be illegal. And again, this is why these companies, I don't care if all of the people that work for them end up unemployed. And I hope for it. I don't hope for the worst, but I hope for at least that. I hope you all get to be in our situation. You get to sit and wonder where your next meal's going to come. Wonder if you're going to get fucking kicked out of your apartment next month. Because then maybe you'll fight your companies when they try to do shit like this. Well, nothing I'll say will mean anything. Yeah, well, when you quit your job, when you constantly cause the turnover rate to be so high at that place that even the Better Business Bureau investigates them. Because it's going to trigger an investigation some way, somehow. They're not going to be able to keep continuing to do this if and their employees are just turning over instantly. And while they're turning over, they're blowing the whistle on everything that they're doing. All the illegal shit all the shit that they're doing that should be illegal, but they're jumping through the loopholes that are left open by politicians. Again, this is all perpetuated by the same group of people. It's the 10%. And no, the stupid people aren't calculated in the 10%. The stupid people are calculated in the 90% because they're also being taken advantage of. And there's no such thing as a rich person being taken advantage of. There's no such thing as a billionaire who's naive. There's no such thing. You don't become a billionaire because you were naive. You don't become a billionaire because you trusted the wrong people. You become that rich because you don't trust anybody. It has nothing to do with bootstraps either. Guarantee those bootstraps are unmolested. This shit should be fucking illegal. It should be illegal to the fucking highest goddamn order of the land. Should be treated like right next to fucking treason. Because this shit is a treasonous act. Purposely exploiting the fucking people of the country should be considered treason. It needs to be written in there. Well, that's high. You're basically giving people a death sentence. Exactly. Because they're doing the same to other people. You don't think it's a death sentence when you kick somebody out of a fucking ghetto-ass apartment? There's a reason people move into ghetto apartments. It's not because they want to save a buck. No, they move into ghetto apartments because that's what they afford. They can afford. They can't afford to move into somewhere safer. They can't afford to move in a gated community. So they move into ghetto neighborhoods because that's what they can afford. So if you're taking advantage of the people who can't afford anything better, then that should carry a death sentence. That should fucking carry a death sentence. You may as well be in a gang going around street to street shooting everybody. That's the same sentence it should fucking carry. You exploit people, you're on the block. You're on the block for a death sentence because you don't get to do it to other people and then turn around and have it done to you. It should be fucking illegal. Should be illegal is illegal. The fucking term stands for. This should be fucking illegal. There is no such thing as an apartment that is worth $100,000. And if you're living in an apartment that's worth $100,000 in insurance, then you love throwing money away. You love the fact that you can throw money away and just show that you can throw money away. Because there's no such thing as an apartment, anything you rent, borrow, that should be carrying this kind of fucking price tag in the event something goes wrong. Because again, I've already had insurers tell me what I should spend on insurance for my apartment. And it's not more than $10,000. Getting more than $10,000 in renter coverage is a waste of money. Told to me by insurers. State Farm was one, because I used to have their insurance until they fucked me on my fucking car. And I dropped their insurance. I was paying like $16 and some change for $10,000 of coverage. Because of the neighborhood I live in. Because my apartment has a high chance of being invaded. Because I live in a high crime neighborhood. That's $10,000. Multiply that by 10. Or no, yeah. Multiply that by 10. And I'm paying more than $160 for insurance. On a ghetto, janky apartment in the hood with a high crime statistic. And you can't tell me it doesn't have a high crime statistic. I get the neighborhoods, the Ring neighborhoods notifications. I see all the gunfire. I see all the break-ins. I see all the thefts. I see all the crime that goes on in this neighborhood. Politicians don't. Politicians get to look at their little papers that somebody sat and doctored up for them for talking points. And they get to push that. They get to push the statistics of their little Upper Arlington neighborhood or the Dublin neighborhood, or they're out in the middle of nowhere where crime can't even afford to get to neighborhoods. That's the statistics they push. They push crime's coming down in all the neighborhoods with an asterisk next to it saying, well, we only did recordings of all the high dollar neighborhoods. We didn't really check out the crime in the hood because we know that that's not ever going to come down. That's going to always rise. Again, stop believing these fucking people. They're doing nothing but enriching each other. And it ain't Donald Trump, just Donald Trump. It's fucking Donald Trump. It's the Democrats. It's the Republicans. It's anybody who's in the fucking political spectrum is there to enrich themselves and enrich their friends because their friends are promising to enrich them. It's all a fucking game. And we're the pieces on the board, folks. We're the fucking pieces on the board being moved around. We don't get to play this game. We get to be subjected to it. So again, I didn't even want to fucking talk about this early. But of course, my apartment complex loves doing what they do best and show their fucking true fucking colors. So now it is the first thing I get to talk about this fucking morning. And I get to go to class irritated that my fucking apartment complex is trying to rob me for bullshit insurance. Because again, if you're telling me that your insurance is only going to cost me $10 extra a month for $100,000, you're basically saying any other insurance company that charges you more than $10 a month for $100,000 in insurance, they're scamming you. This is what you all are saying. You're saying State Farm, the Soldiers Insurance, USAA, Progressive. You're basically saying any insurance company out there who's not charging you $10 or less for $100,000 in liability insurance, they're robbing you. So it would be better to just pay us $10 a month and $100,000 in insurance. This is what these people are saying. This is what these people are saying. They're telling you don't trust any other insurance company because you're going to pay more than $10 a month for it. When in actuality, their insurance might be $10 a month, but you won't get this in coverage. You'll get probably 75 cents and a bag of chips in coverage. Because that's what they're saying. They're saying that their $10 coverage is better than any insurance is going to offer you for the same coverage. That's what it says to me. And I don't even have to read very far into it because I just asked Google. Conveniently went $1 over their cost, which is kind of aligning with what they're saying. It's going to be cheaper to use us than anybody else, when they know the quality of their insurance is going to be dog shit. Like you would need to be murdered. The building would need to be set on fire. And the culprit would have to be just standing there watching it burn. That would be the only way you would get some type of quality insurance out of them. Because again, if 5812 Investment Group, aka a private equity company, is pushing the insurance, then it's probably dog shit. It's probably dog shit, profit maximized dog shit insurance coverage. But they're also telling you that anybody else is going to overcharge you. If you're not paying less than $10 or less than $100,000 in insurance coverage, you're being overcharged. So you should probably just use us because we'll charge you a lot less. We'll charge you a lot less. So is State Farm going to take that? Is State Farm going to say, well, yeah, we can't offer that. We can't offer $10 a month for $100,000 in coverage. No, there's no way we can offer that. It's not a realistic offer because the units these are insuring are they're losing units. This is all loss. Why would I bring myself down to insure for an extreme amount of money on a unit that's not even worth $100,000? This is what State Farm would say. So I'm interested. I wish I kind of had a platform because I would ask a representative of another insurance company, are you able to offer this same thing? Are you able to offer $10 a month in liability coverage for a $100,000 insurance policy? And if they say no, why? Why can't you offer that? These people are. These people, this is their place. So they have a higher incentive to want to charge more for this coverage. So why is it that this place is charging this for their coverage and you're charging even $1 more than that for your coverage? What's the difference in your two coverages? So insurance, there should be no difference in coverages of insurance. Insurance should be insurance. You're buying insurance and that's it. You're buying insurance in case some shit happens. Like that's the whole idea of insurance, is why you buy insurance. So having these weird roller coaster pricing schemes of insurance is what tells me that it's all a scam. It's literally all a scam and all a lie. That's being perpetuated by legislatures. Because they're the ones that are writing the laws that we have to follow in this insurance scam world. Again, insurance scam world. They've even found a way to insurance scam the renter people. So again, this shit should be illegal. I should be able to sue this entire fucking company out of existence and run this whole fucking place myself. Because I can promise you, I'll do a hell of a better job. I can do a fucking better job at running this place than these people. And that's everyone. The maintenance staff, the fucking leasing staff, the private equity company that's running up there. I could do better than all of them. All of them combined. And I wouldn't have to lie to a single person. And yes, I live here. I would live here. Because how can I expect somebody to buy what I'm selling when I'm not even buying what I'm selling? That should be a fucking legal requirement. If you want to push an apartment complex, you should live there. You should be required to live there. which means all the private equity companies wouldn't be allowed to own any renter space at all, because not a one of them even lives in America, let alone lives close enough to live in the apartments they push. That should be a fucking legal requirement. And the fact that it's not is another reason why the system is purposely built to make sure that most people lose. I would say translate that to all products, every fucking where. If you want to push McDonald's, great. You get to buy McDonald's. You get to eat McDonald's. That gets to be what you get to choose to buy. You don't get to push it and say, well, that shit's for poor people. That shit ain't for us. That's for poor people to buy. You don't get to say words like that, because a lot of you do say those things. You just make sure that no one's in earshot for when you actually do say it. So again, you better change shit up. You better fucking change it to where it actually helps people and it's not hurting people. And if this company is coming out saying that anybody spending more than $10 a month for $100,000 in insurance is overpaying, then State Farm and all you others, I mean, you don't have anything to say? Like, you're not going to even clap back? Because that's what they're saying. They're saying your insurance is bogus. Your insurance is bogus, and you're overcharging people. AKA, you're a scam. That's what they're saying. They're calling State Farm a scam. They're calling Liberty Mutual a scam. They're calling all insurers a scam. They're not calling the one that they're working with a scam, because they can't insure. They can't. This is an investment group. This is a private equity company. They can't actually run an insurance company, which means that they partnered with an insurance company. Based in Columbus, my ass. I want to know who fucking owns them. Of course, that right there. This is the guy who runs it. Oof. Yeah, no. I don't care. You can't tell me you changed your name from your that to 5812 Investments if you were some great successful company. No, you don't sell to another investment group if you have 46 years You don't change your name with 46 years of experience. You don't change your branding and everything about yourself if you've been in the game for 46 years. That tells me that this is all gobbledygook. It's all a bunch of gobbledygook. Bunch of bullshit thrown up there because you hinge on this name. You hinge on keeping connection with that name when you're no longer fucking connected to it. You're not an American-based company anymore. You're not a Columbus, Ohio-based company. You might have a fucking office here, but it's for semantic purposes only because you know you'd be tariffed out of existence if your parent company was on the name, on the header as the main entity. Let's not fucking be coy about it. Shit is owned and run by a motherfucking foreign investment group. All of these fucking places are. That's why with 46 years of experience, you decided you wanted to change your branding and everything about your branding. From Lakewood Investments to 5812 Investment Group that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Again, this is all criminal ass bullshit. Fucking criminal bullshit built up and perpetuated by fucking white collar criminals. The same fucking people who are controlling our entire fucking country. Which is why we are not the United States of America. We are the United States of some foreign fucking country. I call bullshit. You don't have 46 years of experience in doing this and you change your fucking name. Someone required you to change your name because you went and you sold to them. And they only need this piece. That's the piece they need. They don't give a fuck about any of the other history. They need the founder and the 46 years since the founder started it. That's it. Other than that, it's not the same company. It's a shell. It's not even a fucking imagination of what it used to be. Guarantee no one even remembers what the original Lakewind Investments company was like. Because this scheming ass company has been going strong. Because again, they didn't have original control of this place. Because my brother actually lived on this company's property under the original owners, the people who originally owned this property. 5812 Investment Group wasn't part of it. Lakewind Investment Groups weren't part of it. Maybe Lakewind was, because I think I do see a sign down the way that does say Lakewind Investments. Which means that does that mean that they're two separate entities or are they the same entity? Again, this is all fucking money laundering scheme. Using the fucking housing market, the renter market, is a fucking money laundering scheme by these rich people. They will continue to do it because no one's stopping them. No one's fucking making them follow the fucking law. Because they're able to go out with their millions, lobby legislatures, and legislatures go in and write laws for them. Again, like I said, all of this shit is why I'm at the point where I don't even believe our fucking history is true. I'm at the point where I question every fucking bit of our history. Every aspect of it, I question it. I don't believe any of it's true. I believe all of it is fucking fake. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing that I've seen in my 40 years of existence that shows that anything in this country is real. Every fucking country since I've been able to think on my own has felt so fucking fake and calculated. And not calculated as in we're just 10 steps ahead of everything. No, calculated as in we put in these plans to to do what we need things to do, and nothing different is going to be done. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's not propped up against me, but propped up against 90% of the people in this country. And the shit that this fucking bitch-ass company does, it makes it more apparent. It makes it more apparent. So again, I don't give a fuck what gas costs. I don't give a fuck what groceries cost. Suck my dick on all of that. What I care is how much it costs for me to live in my fucking bullshit, janky, ghetto-ass apartment. That's what I really fucking care about. So all you fucking Karen-ass fucking people who are only worried about gas and groceries, fuck yourselves. Seriously and wholeheartedly, fuck yourselves. You aren't part of this fucking conversation, and you need to stop inserting yourself into it. I saw you idiot-ass people. Every single one of you ugly, wrinkly, Karen-ass motherfucking people that I saw yesterday collecting in front of the immigration building, all of you motherfuckers need to go back to your fucking gated communities and suck some more fucking dick. Because you are not part of us. You are not part of society. Hey. I don't know what you were just doing. That's not good stuff. Well, oh my God, I gotta contact them. These fucking cards. There's a reason why I told you not to fucking charge me, assholes. The reason why I put my fucking thing on my subscription on hold. Fucking irritating, dude. I try to put my subscription on hold, but you can't do it from the app because if you do it somewhere else, and again, these companies are doing this shit for fucking purposely, man, and it gets on my fucking nerves. Like, I told them to stop. And like, how the fuck do I contact them to tell them to reverse the fucking charge, man? See, this is what fucking pisses me off about all these fucking companies, dude. And I don't give a fuck if all of you motherfuckers end up fucking put out of business at all. Goddamn pisses me the fuck off. But I gotta go to class. I'm fucking so fucking irritated right now.